Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I welcome class 10th in my lecture series for chemistry. In our today's lecture, we will discuss an addition reaction of an alkene. That is the reaction of alkene with potassium permanganate. And after discussing this chemical reaction, we will discuss certain questions from our review exercise. So let's discuss the reaction of alkene with potassium permanganate. Now, when alkenes are treated with dilute alkaline aqueous solution of potassium permanganate, then what happens that there is the addition of two hydroxyl groups across the double bond. And when that happens, then the pink color of the potassium permanganate discharges. So, with the discharge in the color of the reaction mixture, we may identify that chemical substance as an alkene. The name for this test is called as the Bayer's test. So, what are the conditions? We have an aqueous solution of potassium permanganate. Aqueous solution means that this is the solution of potassium permanganate in the water, and small amount of base is also added in this solution in order to make it alkaline in nature. This aqueous solution of potassium permanganate is pink in color. So when the reaction proceeds or when the reaction is completed, then that pink color discharges. The end product of this chemical reaction is the glycol. It is also called as diol. Why diol? Because here two hydroxyl groups are being added across the double bond. Since two OH groups are there, so therefore it is called as diol. This is the chemical equation for this reaction. You may see here that we have an ethene, potassium permanganate, water. When these substances react, it results in the formation of ethylene glycol, or it is also called as ethane diol. And we have manganese dioxide and the potassium hydroxide. The structure for the potassium permanganate may be written like this. Now this potassium permanganate is an oxidizing agent. It oxidizes the alkene. This potassium permanganate here is pink in color. When it got converted into manganese dioxide, then that pink color gets converted into brown color. So that color change reflects that the reaction has been completed. So if you look at this chemical reaction, then you may see here that these two hydroxyl groups are being attached to these two carbon atoms. So in any chemical compound, if two OH groups are attached to two adjacent carbon atoms, then that organic compound will be called as glycol. So this was the chemical reaction of alkene with the potassium permanganate. Now let's do a self-assessment exercise. We have to complete the following reactions. In the first reaction, we are given propene and we have to react it with the bromine. Now first, there will be the opening of the double bond, and since since this is a bromine molecule, here two bromine atoms are present, so one bromine atom will get attached to each carbon atom that are adjacent to each other. So this is an addition reaction of an alkene. Then we have another case. In this case, we have to add potassium permanganate in this alkene. How it will react with potassium permanganate? Whenever an alkene reacts with the aqueous solution of potassium permanganate, then what do we get? We get glycol or diol. What happens? Two hydroxyl groups are attached across the double bond. So first, we will open up the double bond, and then we will attach two hydroxyl group across the double bond. So this is our product, and we will also get MnO2 plus KOH along with it. Rest you will balance the chemical equation. Now see this reaction. This is an addition reaction of an alkene. What will happen? That these two chlorine atoms will get added across the double bond, and we will get a compound like this. So 1 to 3 are the addition reactions of an alkene. 1 and 3 is the halogenation of an alkene, and second one is the oxidation of an alkene.